cut the head off. That's it.
That's a motherfucker. You know we don't got the biggest fish. We got sardines. Right? Yeah. That's right. You're not rocking with the best. Youngstown Zone, 3 Pnb, Tank Aubs, and Eddie P. A Death Posh Label production. And like we always do about this time, anything that comes out of my mouth, the quartermaster's mouth, do not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie P. For all of those in the know, Mr.
Aduma.
2022's very own Mr. 90 proof himself, Mr. Ed 2020. And you know him and love him. 1/3 of 3 PMD's very own, Youngstown's very own, DJ LOH on the ones and twos, very own high value man, Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola. And you are now listening to the legendary sounds of Beat Down Brown. Rest in peace, K. Slade. Shout out DJ O Money, DJ LOH on the ones and twos, the man in the myth who explains the man in the myths, Jay Drizzy, his motherfucking self, and everybody from the goddamn yo. Let's fight this motherfucking evil.
Hell yeah.
Bring
that energy every week.
Last week. I fucked up last week, still came with it, but I ain't
bring that energy, son. You make me want to be a fighter. I want to come out and have call me out. Call me out, son.
Listen, I wish I could get that job.
Man.
I wish I could get that job. Man. What's his name?
What's that? Michael Steele? No.
That's the ref.
Dude, his brother's in the UFC.
Yeah. Fuck. I can't think of his name.
Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
Motherfucking, it's probably more now, but back early years ago, they were saying that cat, every time he say that, let's get ready to rumble shit, he gets a check for $5 million fucking dollars. And nobody else can see it.
That's it.
Yeah. He copyrighted that shit or something, right? Because like after he got popular, motherfuckers started doing it. He was like, nah.
And his brother, they say his brother ain't even great. He just died his shit, but he got it's time. Nobody else do that, but you know they love that shit in the UFC.
I saw some of the backstory on that, if I'm not mistaken, that he didn't know that they were brothers. Like the dad told him, like, "Hey man, you got a brother."
Oh, word.
Yeah, and
that's
was
crazy.
Like, yeah, and I guess he did his thing, and and then realized who his brother was, and they just happened to be in that same fucking profession. So
yeah, that's wild.
That's fucking strange, man.
Yeah, just a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I think I caught it on Joe Rogan. I'm trying to remember if that was it, but it's a whole bunch of crazy shit out there.
There was a story of two siblings adopted out, twins.
Mm-hmm.
These cats met up later on in life. These motherfuckers was both firefighters.
Yeah.
Both goofy as fuck. Both married the same type of goddamn woman. And they the best of goddamn friends, just sitting around looking goofy with the beer in the hand like the motherfuckers on King of the Hill. But it's got to be some cool shit, man. Yeah. Same goddamn person.
Dope.
It's weird.
A little bit.
Man. A little bit.
That's weird, man.
A little bit.
Fucking end up in the same profession? Like, how's that fucking happen?
Hey, man.
Like the same exact shit? I mean, this motherfucker was doing it for UFC. Like, how is that being that same level of the game? Just
right.
Telling motherfuckers to come to the ring.
Right.
Like it just seems like you would luck up into a job like that because anybody can call a nigga out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somewhat, but you got to put that sauce on it.
I mean, but there's a million motherfuckers you can find like just walking on the street that can, talk good shit to get somebody to come into the ring. Throw a tuxedo on his ass. Like, how
again, man, some people fall into those laps of luxury that don't look like us.
That's what I was about to say, man.
Like, come on, man. That's how that happens, man. That happens on the other side, man. We don't slip and fall into a fucking, meal ticket like that.
No.
We got to get it. What our new saying is getting it out the mud.
Getting it out the mud.
That's what we got to do, damn it, for everything. The basic shit.
Even if a brother did get that type of gig about 10 years into that shit, about 37 white women would come out and say he did some shit to him back in 67. and he only 28. So
we just not allotted that kind of luck.
No, man. No.
You know what I'm saying? We found, half our people, our stories are like that. Like, man, my brother on the top tier in prison.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are our aha moments. Not, hey, my brother also does the same, chose the same career path as myself.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's like that for a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? Not because we don't want to paint the picture that that's the vast majority. But it is on different, it's a very big thing, like he's saying. Hey, my brother, he was in C Block.
Mm-hmm. He got three generations.
He sold all the musty.
Granddaddy, daddy, son.
Yeah.
All in the same pokey.
Yep. Meanwhile, they all got arrested by 3 generations of sons. That was all cops.
Mickey Jr., Mickey Sr.
Right.
Seems like the,
motherfuckers.
Unknowingly falling into the same career as a illegitimate sibling seems like it don't the pedophiles.
You said what?
You know what I mean? Like, you only hear about people that are fucked up doing the same shit. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm a serial killer, and come to find out, I got a sister that's a serial killer type of shit. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
I mean, I would assume.
I'm sure out of
with
all these millions of people out there, probably do.
A couple
somebody doing dirt like this DNA shit. You didn't even know you had a brother and then realize, he's a fucking career criminal just like you.
Yeah.
And you find out through DNA.
Yeah,
right.
And you jammed your family up.
That
you wanted to see if you came from Africa.
That part.
Right.
That part. Hey man, hit the button.
Bullshit.
Hit the button, man. We spinning. we
should
have had half this shit down. Yeah. Should have had this shit playing.
This is the original 3. Hey, remember, I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
Love it. I love that one. That's it.
The screen so I can see my brothers.
Man.
T.O.
Hey, man.
Here we go again.
Here we go. Rest in peace. Rapper
man.
Pnb Rock, who was fatally shot eating chicken and waffles at Roscoes in LA.
Man.
Was that the same spot we went to in Hollywood?
Nah, this was in Inglewood. We went to Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
But either way, it's a chain restaurant. And my thing is, it's chicken and waffles.
Right.
It's not a 5-star restaurant where you need to be dropping location, taking pictures. You know what I mean? We go to a damn, Olive Garden or something. When I tell the lady that I don't even take pictures of shit until we get home, or take pictures but don't post it until we get home.
Right.
Don't do that live shit, especially out of bounds in the hood, and you shining.
Hey, man, like, I've been to a lot of hood restaurants. I've had a lot of fried chicken dinners. Roscoe's is not a place I'm gonna go to twice. I mean, for real. Like, there was nothing special about that fucking place.
You are absolutely right.
Let me say this. You know how many times I've heard that shit?
It's novelty. It's novelty.
They like, hey, you just coming for the name.
That's
now, some people from there said back in the day that shit was fire. But a lot of people like, okay.
Nigga, Walmart's got better chicken.
Man,
like, that's real talk. That's real fucking talk.
When you get here, I could take you to a spot down the road that's got chicken and waffles, and them motherfuckers is so good.
Dude.
You ain't. I mean, it's like gourmet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
we got one. Shit, man, I have to cut you off, fam.
No, go ahead, brother.
What the fuck is that place called? But yeah, I'll send you guys pictures of it. They put bacon inside the waffle. It as if you into that.
That's down the street.
If you went there.
Yeah,
down the street.
I'm just saying it's a lot better than what we went to. I was willing to share half mine when we went. I was like, please, because the little sis didn't even order nothing. She watched us eat. And I was like, could you please take half that?
Yeah.
Because we going to, Jack in the Box, later. once this Captain Mo kick in, because this shit is basic as fuck, man.
It
was basic.
And let me say this about the man. You can say what you want to say about it, but we got some good places to eat. One of the places closed up after a while, man. It was the Italian spot over there, across the way from where Red Lobster used to be, man.
Carrabba's or
no, not Carrabba's, on the other side over there where the Subway is at.
Oh, Nicolini's
fucking closed. But we got some amazing. Yeah, you could go over there and down where Center Street Bridge is. This is a little corner store and get you some of the best goddamn Spanish food in your life. I don't know if I should say Puerto Rican. I don't, today you can't say shit, but that damn food is so good. But I mean, look, man, it's sad because not a lot of people. The big thing about this was Kodak Black came out and he kind of was getting on Pnb's old lady's head because apparently she dropped the location.
Yep.
And I guess beforehand, Pnb told his old girl, like, come on, man, I'm not saying I'm special, but you know what I do, man. Please don't drop the location. So Kodak came out and said something. Everybody got on his head, like, yo, man, what the fuck? You can't blame it on the girl. So much, even Jay Prince came out like, oh, Jay Prince chimed in, said what he had to say. And the only person that seemed to kind of be in line with what he said was Nicki Minaj. She dropped a tweet saying, hey, man, we make way too much money and we are and we're public figures.
Yep.
There's no reason why we should be dropping our location just to take a picture of some fucking pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
She said it's too risky. We got to be smarter as entertainers. Now then I was watching Bosco 100 video and he made probably one of the best points. He said, even if she did, which I don't think this was it, even if she did drop the location, this motherfucker was in the hood. We was already there. We was already at the spot. This shit was in the hood. He said the other thing is, even if we wasn't there, don't take nothing but a call. And I've heard many people say, hey, man, in LA, you don't know who's where. All right. Like a lot of these cats, when they show up at the airport, they say it be motherfuckers at the airport. Hey, I'll be right back. Go make a call, and that's how motherfuckers know somebody in town. That's where all that check-in shit. Yeah. So,
But don't. If you do step out like that, if you do sliding out like that, you got civilians scared to wear their rollies.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And he was dripping.
Right.
You looking like food.
Right.
This should go.
You can't move like that. You coming, and he's from out of bounds. He's from Philly.
Right.
I think he just moved out there, man. You can't move like that.
Right.
And he knew that, like, man, ain't nobody going. And I guess motherfuckers was testing him early on.
Yeah.
Like, man, he was really on some shit, whatever. So let me just go on ahead and move a little differently. But you're gonna sit down and eat in the hood.
Yeah.
If you need chicken and what, like, take your ass to Hollywood. There's a bunch of Roscoes. You ain't got to go
Hollywood
to the hood.
Ain't no better. Hollywood hood too.
True. I know, but damn, man, you in the wood.
Hey, Mr. Ray. Also featuring Mr. Goddamn Ray, aka Disco Kane. How you doing?
Disco Kane.
But what you're saying is so true, brethren. Like, that's why I try to teach my youngin', man. He want to be that cat to walk around like that, and he's 16. He young, and I'm like, bro, you can't do that, man. Nowadays, people don't give a fuck that you a kid. You just easier. What I'm saying?
These kids they never grew up with a Debo.
There you go.
They've been protected. You know, we had cats who just rob you with their fucking fist.
Right.
Didn't take a pistol. Right. Motherfucker just like run up on you and like run that.
Right.
Hey, what size is that coat?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw
pretty much.
There it is. That's
pretty
what
much.
we grew up with. And you saw the ash on them knuckles.
That's
you saw the ash on them knuckles and knew what it was. Like, okay.
Yeah, you see them knuckles looking like blunt lips. Yeah. You know that brother didn't put in some work.
Look like somebody put out cigarettes on that motherfucker's hand. Listen, man. Look, man. Lips. I'm just saying, man. You know, you know, I think you saying he from Philly, man. And so, you know, you often, like Game always said it. Game often said it a lot. He said, man, this is not a place you come to as an outsider doing certain things. Because motherfuckers will get you out here. They say motherfucking females will set you up. They said this, and this shit, that's Cali, nigga.
Yeah.
That's Cali.
The Cali is the king of checking in. That's Cali.
Anywhere.
Yeah, that's Cali. But that's what they've been quoting the Game all day, saying like he said that shit years ago on the album. It was a verse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talking about coming to fucking, you know, and you'll get lit up at Roscoe's. They will take your shit. That was a fucking line.
What was that? What track was that, man? No, that was David Banner and Nip and them. They had another one, Welcome to LA, where they talked about that shit. It's widely known, and man, I'm not saying it. It's just, you know, it's the young man's fault. But it's kind of one of them situations where you don't want to be an accomplice in your own downfall. You know,
you don't let the robbers, you know, give the robbers your location, man. Now, like wearing that kind of stuff and out of bounds. Again, like I stated earlier, the robbers know who to rob.
Right. But you know what? We should be able to have these conversations. This conversation is no fucking different than a young lady. If you go out, don't show all your shit off. You don't know who's out there. Yeah, motherfuckers shouldn't have robbed him. Yeah, somebody shouldn't try to take your pussy. However, don't go in front. What did Patrice O'Neal say? Don't be salmon with honey in front of a fucking bear. Don't be salmon with honey.
And that's what it is. Everybody wants to be, you know, hey, this is what we doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We in the hood now. We had to get that, you know, chicken and waffles. You know, we had the iconic Roscoes.
Yeah.
Now you at the funeral home.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I'm not sure what he got. What did he get robbed for?
Chains, probably a watch. And whatever was in his pockets.
So let's run down these items, okay?
Yeah. And let me say this. Let me say this, Cuddy, real quick before you go. We can't really put it on nobody. I'm not saying us in general. I'm not saying us at all. I'm saying in general, people can't put it on that girl. I mean, he's a public figure with a shitload of jury in an area known for taking motherfuckers' jury. Now you can go ahead.
All right. So you're absolutely right. And this is my point. Number one, he's probably with that bitch because she's with him because he's him. If that makes any sense, like she's with him because he's a public fucking figure.
I think that's baby moms though. I think that they were together. She just fucked up. That's all. She just fucked up. She wasn't with him. I guess she was, you know, the ride or die. They relocated to Cali, and this was
you walk out of your house wearing some bullshit like a Rolex. All right. Now let's think about a Rolex. All right, precision timepieces in 2022 are not hard to come by. You can get atomic accuracy on an Apple Watch. Okay, so like the Rolex, like having $100,000 on your wrist is just ridiculous to have it as jewelry, and then rocking a necklace. Look, that's more money than motherfuckers have in an ATM. And you see they take an armed guard and a fucking truck to go pick up that fucking money. And you walking around Roscoe's with that bullshit on, you asking for it. Asking for it. And I'm not saying the brother deserved to die or nothing, but run that shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's what it is.
That nigga gave you an option. Run that shit.
I
don't think they said that he got robbed and then they shot him.
Damn.
Yeah, it wasn't like, he got an option.
Man.
It was like, motherfucker, you're not leaving here, on your feet.
Either way,
that's why everybody was tripping. Like, dude, go ahead. I think Fat Joe was talking about this. He was like, man, it's fucked up. He's like, man, take the jewelry. He's like, what I don't respect is you killing him. Like, you caught him slipping. That's fair game. You ain't have to fucking kill him. You had what you wanted.
Yeah, but honestly, maybe that was just for whole clout. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Here's my theory on that. We shouldn't have got him for his jewelry or his watch or whatever. But in the same sense, Charlemagne said it. There's a Jay-Z line for everything. Jay-Z said a lot of times these cats are spending real money on fake jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't know. They just I got mine from so-and-so. You see how many cats put their watches up on? I mean, like major heavy hitters in the game right now, they put their watch up online saying, this is my watch collection. Then you got a guy who actually do that shit, who actually sell and buy timepieces, was like, yeah, that's a fake. That's a knockoff. That's a bust down. That's not, you paid how much for that? That's not even worth 20. You got a cat, who was that? One of the Migos, it got like almost a $500,000 watch, and one dude busted that out and was just like, hey man, that's fake as shit. He put up a real one and next to the watch he had and was like, look at it, it's two different fucking colors.
Shout out to Nisha Lynn Wilson real quick. Go ahead.
Shout out.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's what it is, man.
I feel the Cuddy, man. Like, this, I don't know. Maybe it's just part of the culture. I don't know what it is. I mean, I get you a rapper, which I wouldn't want to be a rapper in goddamn 2022. Because these motherfuckers is every month 2 or 3 going.
Yeah.
Either to jail or they dying.
Or they ODing on some shit.
Right.
Wait a minute. Everybody's a fucking rapper now. Like, how many times do we find out that a nigga died and he's a rapper, like, until, like, it's like, rapper so-and-so fucking died. Honestly, I didn't know who PB Rock was until I saw this shit. But then again, I don't know any rappers from the last fucking 20 years.
Facts.
It just like Twitter is filled with niggas that get killed that were also rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not that large just because you got social media accounts, man. I don't know.
Well, dig it, Cuddy. I hear what you're saying, but you got to understand, as you said, for the last 20 years, it's a huge generation gap. So they might be also rappers to us, but these motherfuckers, he was a pretty big dude, man, for this younger generation.
No shit.
I've heard a lot of his music. Yeah, I've heard a lot of his music. And some of these other cats, I've heard of them. Maybe not their music, but it's just a generational. If a motherfucker say Raekwon, just throwing out a name, motherfucker say Raekwon died of special ed, we like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But you hear one of these motherfuckers, XYB such and such, you like, man, what the fuck? So it's just a generational gap, man. But this need to be seen is becoming volatile, man. It's becoming volatile, man.
They're making it easy. I remember when cats was talking about, we used to sit at home and watch MTV Cribs and plot. Shit like that. It started that location shit. Like, oh, that's where he lived. Y'all literally walking me through this motherfucker's house. Because right after that, remember when Floyd did it? And guess who got robbed? One of the highest to date, one of the highest grossing home invasion in Vegas history.
Oh, word?
Word. Vegas. When motherfuckers got floor safes.
I mean, but listen, like, once you have an insurance policy that covers multiple millions of dollars,
mm-hmm.
like, even the shit that didn't come up missing came up missing.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. So as long as there's a real fucking burglar footprint on your door,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? There's a lot of fake shit in that police report.
You know what I mean? So, good. Go ahead.
Like I said, I get that. My point was location.
Yeah.
giving motherfuckers a roadmap to your riches.
Yeah.
You showing off, who are you showing off for? My thing is, once I get that, if you're not in my circle, you need not see.
It's a lot of dumb shit that need to stop. Somebody, I think it was last month, dropped their location. They was beefing with a motherfucker. Dropped the location and got the shit shot out of them.
Yeah, I hate that shit when they do that. Pull up, I'm on your block.
Right.
We outside.
Wait a minute.
Go home.
Was that what happened with the cat Quando Rondo? He dropped his location?
Nah, they just motherfuckers recognized him. And that Rondo Quando, that's when he just dropped his flag because one of his homeboys, his right hand man, got lit up. They got sprayed up, I think in LA.
Yeah, he said, I ain't with this
Suburban
shit.
Up. It was like, I'm done. I had enough. They showed him getting out the car, losing it because he knew his boy, his TV got turned off.
That man said, I'll never put my fingers up again.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Seems like if you had this much cash to throw on his jewelry, man, you just have a dude with you or something. You roll with a crew or just something. Just something. You gotta have an extra nigga with you.
You chill in your mansion.
We got the Navy SEALs. Go ahead.
You chill in your mansion and you have that shit delivered. Or you have your fucking chef make the bomb ass chicken and waffles.
Right.
Because that's all the shit he did. Only thing they're gonna remember is by the dude who got killed at Roscoes.
Hey, like you said, man, former Navy SEALs and shit, man. I mean, PSD work is huge. Yeah. One of the niggas I worked with over in Iraq left Iraq to go work at Revlon.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
have you seen the goons that walk with Floyd? The motherfuckers block the sun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. It's plenty of cats just getting out of these combat arms positions. You know what I'm saying? These operators. Shit, they'd be more than happy to take that money up. That's what you need in this day and age. You got fucking corporate executives that keep them type of people around them and shit.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Master P said, he's like, I used to run from the police. I take pride in knowing that I can hire the police now.
Right. So I mean, I'm not listen, man. Ultimately, I don't want to make it the young man's responsibility. He didn't ask these motherfuckers to do this, and we need to look at the type of person who would do that type of shit, and that's where the blame goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where the fuck the blame goes. But at the end of the day, man, we must do what we have to do in order to not serve ourselves up to people that's looking to take advantage of anyone.
It sounds cliche, but when you know better, you do better.
Right.
It's basic shit.
There you go.
You're just going out to fucking eat.
Right.
Something as simple as that, man. You don't have to put all your fucking jewels on.
Right.
Chill
at
the
Waffle
fuck
House.
At fucking
at chicken and waffles, whatever.
And then you got all that on, but you didn't buy a diamond encrusted fucking Smith & Wesson.
Right.
Shit.
Ray, chime in anytime, man. Quit playing solitaire, man. Chime in at any time.
That's California. You can't have that.
Oh, well and good. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, shoot. He could have just played like Red on Friday and just tucked his in.
It's too late. Shit, it's too late. The motherfucker's on it.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Let's question this. Let's think about this. What if he didn't have a fucking jury? He was still gonna fuck with him because of who he was.
Probably, but they got something.
Right. No. Just feel me. You're absolutely right. They would have fucked with him if he had on the short set and nothing else, because they like, oh, this is him. Let's run his pockets. Let's see what he got. Now, this is the day they always like the people say clout chasing. I guess I'm to that age. I don't like using certain shit, but they gonna fuck with him just to clout chase. You know what I'm saying? It's like people say, man, you can't even, was that Boosie said, when you get a certain amount of money and you reach a certain level in life, you can't go certain places or stay in certain places, man. So he's gonna, like you said, he's gonna get pressed.
He's from. They know who he is. They watch these videos
LA,
like everybody else. Like you're gonna get pressed.
Yeah,
just like back in the day, mother. Like what set you claiming? Like brother, I'm civilian. I'm a motherfucking civilian. That's what set you claiming. But that's what it is, and it's a whole other culture.
Latter-day Saints. Yep.
Hey, man, if you got enough money to get that unhealthy shit out your life, move out that goddamn neighborhood.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's not selling out. It's staying the fuck alive, man.
That's all.
No, man, you just can't do the same shit.
It's called different leveling up. Right. You leveled up.
Yeah.
Like you graduated fucking high school. You can't go back there. You guys just keep going to the next level. That's all. It ain't that hard.
Dave Chappelle don't live in fucking C no more. He live on a fucking farm in Ohio.
How about that?
And he's doing every fucking thing. Matter of fact, I think he already made sure ain't no low income housing near him.
That part.
That's how far you supposed to go when you get some money.
Mm-hmm.
You listen. You go as far as buy a patch of land, build yourself a little complex, and fence that fucking place in.
Yeah, that's it.
Put a little security thing out front if you got to, man.
But cats moved to LA, got the stars in their eyes, thinking I could parlay this, do a 360 deal, get into acting and do all that other shit. Yeah. You got blasted at Roscoes.
Damn, man.
Fucking sad, man.
Very
tragic.
sad, man.
It's tragic.
Rest in peace,
that shit, son.
Yeah.
All right, brother Tank.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
What else we got?
We got your man. Every time I see him now, I got all up in my head on repeat. Motherfucker built like a single mom.
Yeah, built bad, man.
I'm sorry, I should have got a full body shot, man. That motherfucker built like his body is filled with Bisquick instead of muscles.
Ouch. Ouch. Like when you halfway open a can of biscuits, you ain't quite twisted all the way.
I'm talking about Bisquick.
His calf muscle.
That shit you stir.
His calf muscle like silly string.
Yeah, man. Guilty.
Say, man,
what they found him.
Good. For years, I think it was his ex-wife had been saying this motherfucker was nuts.
Women, he had an ex-wife.
I'm shocked too.
Yeah.
I'm shocked too because you know what he looked like. He looked like he finna go to prison and be Big Mama.
Well, he came home. He did 10.
Yeah, he was already in prison.
Yeah, he know how to jail. He'll be all right. You know how to jail.
But his old lady, his ex-wife said that he was following her, stalking her, all kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, and I listen, man, I get loving your children and wanting to support them. But this motherfucker put a contract out that was fulfilled on his nephew that his grandmother raised. His brother had passed on. The grandmother raised the young man. Young man was doing good. He was in the beginning, he was in some trouble, got with his grandmother, changed his life around, was working there. He had the boy fucking murdered. And then it was said that he was also going to put a contract on his mother. This same piece of shit used his mother's name and was trying to open up a sweetie pie somewhere, and she had to get a court injunction on it to stop the shit.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker deserves every second that he gets in that motherfucker.
Come on, man. You cannot take out a $430,000 life insurance policy on your nephew without red flags going off. My man, what were you thinking?
Right.
Like, seriously, what were you thinking, man? Nobody's going to pay your ass. An ex-felon?
Right.
They look at every fucking thing, man.
Dude wasn't thinking, man. He you know what? He's probably like a sociopath, man, because you got to be a heartless motherfucker to do something like that.
That's diabolical.
Like, you've destroyed your fucking family. Yeah. Your mom is old as hell, telling those old Tina Turner and Ike stories and shit, and you kill her fucking nephew. Yeah,
you had it made. All you had to do was just follow her lead.
Yeah,
she like, man, you next up, like, fucking Prince Charles. The empire is going to you.
That's it.
All you got to do is sit back and wait.
That's it. That's
But
it.
this,
But
he got greedy,
bastard.
man.
Yeah.
Got fucking greedy, man. Like, nah, I ain't gonna let my mom outshine me. How she gonna do this? I know how to fry chicken as good as she do. No, motherfucker. Sit back and wait and just wait your time.
He can look like he know how to put panties on as good as she do. With his bad built soft ass. Like that's
I'm not trusting no nigga with no mohawk like that as grown as he is, bro.
He did a bid, man. He playing catch up. He playing catch up. That's
he
what
got
I
hips,
see.
nigga. He got hips.
Also, hold up. This dude looked like O'Brien that used to sing the Soul Train theme song
Come on,
back
man.
in the day.
Don't do that. O'Brien ain't never did nothing to you. Come on, Steve. You ain't have to do that to him like that, man.
Didn't, but he looked just like him, son.
Hold on.
This looks like a stock photo of a Baptist organ player.
Stop. You gonna put him down? You gonna put him down on the organ?
The stock photo.
Yeah, man.
You do look like O'Brien. Let me get the fuck off here. This motherfucker O'Brien look like he should have been on that album cover with Dr. Dre, man.
Stop,
Shit.
man. I know, man. With the eyeliner, man. With the eyeliner, man. That Soul Train theme song still slaps. So yeah.
Oh, it still slaps.
Oh,
I'm
it
not
slap.
saying it don't, but he looked just like homie.
You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that, Gordon, man. We're trying to get on this dude, man. You have to throw O'Brien up under
My
the bus
bad.
like that, man. He
That
paid his
motherfucker-
dues.
This motherfucker look like he in menopause, man.
This motherfucker looked like the first night he was in jail, niggas was bidding on the titty fucked him flapjacks.
Right. This nigga look bad, man.
I'm done, man. I'm done. Rest in peace to the sweetie pies. I'm
They
done
got-
with this one, man.
He
Go
got
ahead,
flu-
man.
He got fluid all in his back. This motherfucker look bad.
Oh. Okay, you took it there, man.
This fucking
You took it there. You just buried him, man. You buried him on that one.
This
That
cat
was
look
it.
like a transgender man. Shit.
We gonna get put in timeout. They're gonna put us in
All I
timeout.
gotta say is
We
his
done.
cheeks probably all beat up
We
like
done.
blunt lips.
Oh my god. Oh
That
my
blood
god.
lip shit was hilarious.
Fuck you, Ed. Fuck you.
Oh,
I'll never get that image out my head.
Yeah, this cat, yeah.
Fucking blunt lips look like gorilla fingers, nigga. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Dead on, man. I'm trying to tell you how gangster that shit is, man. You see a motherfucker who knuckle up like that. And you like, man, you done been through it.
Yeah. Yeah. This cat, man. Well, hey, man, this he look like he got on a blouse right there. Shit. Nigga look like he can make a good sweet potato pie, man.
Uh-huh. It looked like he looked at his partner and said, "Hey man, can you zip me up?"
Stop.
He said shit zip up in the back. That's he looked like he look at his own ass when he dance.
Okay, man. All right, man. I'm done.
oh my goodness.
I'm done. Please, Hank. Please, man.
We had to give him that 3 Pnb justice.
We did. We did. Oh my god.
Featuring Mr. Ray. Just bring the fuck out of here, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, this cat look bad, man. Shit, he killed his nephew because nephew was more of a man than he is, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's what it is, man. He's gonna have to pay for that. He's gonna have to
Damn.
pay for that. That's all.
That motherfucker
Like
straight
this-
up look like a lesbian.
Yeah.
Shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody could take this photo and just change the headline to say "Man born without testicles does X, Y, and Z," and you'd be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Makes
It
sense.
just, yeah.
A $430,000 policy.
And
you
it's
thought you was gonna slide.
yeah. Miss Sweetie Pie gave birth to this.
Yeah.
She had to know he wasn't gonna be shit.
Went from sweetie pies to sweaty pies.
Hey,
Right.
shit, maybe
Yeah.
Sweetie Pies was named after this nigga.
Stop. Next. Next, man.
I named it after
Fucked
my
up.
son. You named it after your son?
Yep.
Wait till you
It's a little
meet him.
nickname I call
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's a
our
little
first
nickname
pie was
I
a
call it.
buttercup. It was a buttercup pie.
Me and his that's the nickname.
Cup
That's the,
upside down.
that's the nickname me and his
Pounder.
celly gave to him. Me and his celly gave him that nickname.
Man.
Miss Sweetie Pie.
I just don't get it, man. It's like that situation. We didn't put it in the topics or anything, but that situation was fucking mystical.
Yeah, y'all got to
You
make
know,
this
he
a
didn't
solo
got-
clip. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Mystical.
he didn't got jammed up again.
Man,
Yeah.
Mystical just need to leave the house with some goddamn boxing gloves on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? He just, man, somebody put some mittens on that nigga.
He just need to stay at home or stay in the studio.
We'll say
You
He
that.
need to stay in
Go
jail.
out because-
That's where the fuck he need to stay
Yeah,
at. He need to
okay.
stay
That's what's
fucking
gonna
in
happen.
jail.
Okay.
This
that's
is like the
what's
third time since his his debut album.
Yeah.
This
For the
motherfucker
same
been
shit.
accused
For the same shit. Yeah, for the same shit.
At
I
some
can't
point,
ride
you're
with you no
like,
more.
all right, we can't ride with you. We can't defend you. You did it, motherfucker.
We
You
couldn't
okay?
defend him after the first time when that motherfucker
No.
said he did it to his hairdresser. Like, them was
Yeah.
extensions. You a goddamn man with extensions in your hair with a dope ass song. But
Hey,
that nigga had box braids, man.
hey,
He
Yeah,
did,
looked like
did.
poetic justice.
did Tevin
Nah,
Campbell had them same
he-
extensions? And so did the little boy from Robert Townsend show had them same extensions.
Just like old dog. Motherfuckers don't look like old dog, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if the woman who braids your hair burn the ends of your shit, you ain't masculine.
Hey,
you
man,
sit
let it
between the
go.
legs of a man getting his shit braided just like Sweetie Pie right here.
I'm just saying.
But
These motherfuckers.
hey, like you said, with a little bit of that blue magic right here on his hand.
I'm done. I'm done. Whenever y'all ready, man, I'm done. Whenever y'all ready.
Greasing them parts and scratching his scalp.
You
Right.
done took it there, man. You didn't gave me a visual, man. That's you see my little cousin getting her hair braided while we was watching Soul Train when you did that whole thing with the blue magic, man. You ain't had to do that.
You gonna take that comb?
Came back to O'Brien. I
There you
see.
go.
Hey. And pick up all that hair, take it outside, burn it.
Right.
You don't want the crow to get it and take it to the witch lady and make a doll out of you.
That's how you gonna
my
survive prison.
God.
I'll
Yeah.
go roll your shit.
Pick up those cockabugs, man.
Yeah,
Those cockabugs off the floor, man.
cockabugs.
Am I the only person that had to do that shit?
What's up? Get rid of the
Was
hair?
it pick up hair and burn that shit outside so the witch lady wouldn't get it and make a doll out of my grandmother.
Wow.
I mean, that's some old Southern
Then,
fucking
yeah.
Creole.
You really did that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would if they did their hair and there was, there would always be like hair in a comb or like just and they would gather it up. They would gather it all up and burn it. Just so a crow wouldn't fly, grab this hair, take it back to the witch lady, and the witch lady makes a doll out of it to make make the person's, like a zombie.
You know the sad shit about what you saying is my grandmother used to talk the same shit.
Yeah,
And she called her the witch lady. She didn't say the witch. Black women say the witch lady. Ain't no more of them grandmas that know about that shit. Yeah, my grandma told me a lot of crazy shit. But I mean, she ain't make me do it though.
Hey, look. Grandmother was a lot of things. She wasn't a liar though, so I'm sure there was a witch bitch out there with crows.
And that's what it was.
But there's a bitch out there with crows, man.
Yeah. That's that same woman paying nickels to eat boiled eggs in a back of a bar somewhere.
If you don't I
know
just
you want to
imagine
try
that
them
jug, man.
Them goddamn eggs are delicious.
Boy, they
When
ain't
you
not
fucked
good,
up, yeah.
motherfucker.
When you fucked up, yeah.
I let the motherfucker know it.
All right.
I hope that he lost a testicle. Old Uncle Ruckus acting bitch made, fake former gangbanging ass nigga. Who said that?
Fucking Drews.
Speaking of clout chasing,
Drew said that. Drews came hard for him, man.
Shout out to Drizzy. Charleston
Yes,
White
sir.
shoots.
Yes, sir.
Charleston White shoots himself. People celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll let y'all go first because then I want to ask the panel some questions. Go ahead.
Got it. Like I said, man. Eventually you're gonna get that check. You work hard for that bullshit, you're gonna end up having to cash that check. And he ended up cashing it. I mean, that shit comes back on you, man. You put that energy out there. All the videos and shit with him with his pistols and him talking about he happy so and so then got locked up. He happy this rapper dead. He happy this person then got shot. And man, you get back what you put out, man. That's all. Even as being a troll, the number one troll.
Yeah. Also goes to show like how easy accidents can happen.
Very. Very.
Yeah, it just like, what the fuck was you doing he was in a strip club?
That's what it say. That's what it say.
First off, how the fuck you get a gun inside a titty bar for one? Secondly, with all that scattered ass shaking around, why the fuck would your mind be on a fucking pistol? Because you ain't getting no ass from these hoes because you a little bitch.
No, because of how he living. How he living. He got to move that way. It's either, that or pepper spray. And that's how he's moving. He got to move like that. He know he didn't put that bad energy out there.
I think this was freaking clout my damn self. I think he pulled this from the Kardashian handbook, to be perfectly honest with you.
Maybe, man.
Think about it, son.
No, finding out a lot of shit about that. Go ahead.
Think about it, son. Whenever like the credibility or the ratings go down for them broads, another titty pop out.
Gotcha.
He just doing this from a stupid nigga handbook. Gotcha. Everything that he done said or done has been something a dumb nigga would do or say.
Gotcha. All right, dog, what's up?
What is it that bothers you gentlemen about this cat? I'm listening.
It's he know better, but yet he choose to be that dude. Like I'm this Texas nigga. No, man, you're a Texas brother. The shit that he's claiming, like, I'm not gang banging, whatever, but you claiming nigga.
So do you think this is a case of him fucking up his own message?
He always that's what I don't like about him. He's a walking contradiction.
Okay.
That's all. He step on his own message. Because I know he could speak articulate and make a good solid point, man. And I understand, but his delivery is so fucking jarring, it's not even funny no more. It's like, dude, you can keep it real. Mm-hmm. But then I told you the thing that turned me off was the shit he said about his own kid. It wasn't about everybody else.
I mean,
it was that him talking about, well, the cops, they pulled your ass over. They should have fucking killed you, nigga.
See, I didn't know about that until I watched the episode. You gentlemen talked about it.
That part.
I felt like he was in a no-win situation with that, whatever he said. Because if he had said the opposite of that, they would have been like, oh, so you could say that about everybody else, but not your own kid.
That's the point. That right there is the point. If you never even went that way, you wouldn't have to backtrack when it comes to your own kid. If you stayed true to what you was, your message, you wouldn't have to backtrack.
See, this cat, I listened to him in one of the interviews, and the facade, he had took that shit off. I don't know if he ain't feel like doing it this particular day, but he explained like, yeah, man, I hear what people saying. I could say things a different way. He said, and believe me, I went that route before this person who I am now. He said, but I found out that, one day I was just fucking around and I noticed that people started paying attention. And he said, the light bulb went off when I started watching Dolomite. And I saw that people paid attention to him when he started acting like a fucking asshole. And he said, that's what's happening with me. I think definitely that he steps on his message. All the guns and shit that he shows, dude get a lot of death threats. Like everybody hates everybody within a certain that's living a certain lifestyle or in a certain industry hates this dude because he stands on a square about everything. You know, you got Soldier Boy that tried to approach him, and he said, "Man, this shit is the gel. I sprayed that shit in his face till it foamed up in his fucking eyes." But I just
you can't have it both. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it one day, you know, I'm just gonna keep it righteous, and the next day, fuck all gangs. What do you think is going to happen? Like I said, you can't be provocative, you know what I'm saying, and prolific at the same damn time, man. Pick
I get it.
A lane.
But let me ask you this question: At what point do we get to assess that culture? I get it; it's a culture, and it's not all bad, right?
Right.
But it comes with a lot of negatives, and a lot of people from that culture don't even want you talking about it. Like when you listen to what's the two brothers that he got into it with in Dallas? They from LA. Shit, I can't think of them. One was an OG Blood, one was an OG Crip.
Oh, you're talking about oh my God, I see his face.
Yeah, I see. Melvin, OG Melvin Farmer.
Yeah,
and it was the other brother, right?
Yeah.
And for a lot of them cats, it's like, yeah, we the only ones that could talk about it because we're from that culture. You know what I mean?
Mob James. Yeah.
No, not even Mob James. It was another one he got in.
Okay.
Yeah, he did get into it with Mob James. So we could throw Mob James in there because he's an OG. But at what point can because this shit don't just affect people in LA or of that culture, man. That shit paints a bad picture of all of us.
It does.
Man, fuck Charleston White. Listen,
but it comes with consequences, man. People they sign up for it and they know what to expect. They know what to expect.
Right.
He can't walk around and act like he don't know what's gonna come when you're talking about that culture.
So what about those that didn't sign up for it and they're affected by it?
Hey man.
Just think about the fact that
like I said, I know that it's the cost of doing business. There's always going to be bystanders, no matter what. Like from home invasions to, you know, just folks just dropping, you know, because they are not necessarily affiliated, but they just associate, you know, got associates that are, you know, down for whatever. But again, you don't have to be provocative like that. I mean, he know what comes with it when you start talking that shit. Like you said, he was all like, "Well, didn't nobody pay attention to me when I was just righteous, when I was just, you know, had the, you know, the positive message. When I started, you know, showing my ass, that's when I got the limelight. It was like, bro, all attention ain't good attention.
And let me say,
you got to take what comes with it.
And let me say this, man. I'm not necessarily like a lot of that shit he say outside of him. Ain't no nigga kids watching Marvel comics. Ain't no nigga kids watching Marvel comics. I'm like,
see,
ain't no nigga kids doing this. And he speaks so matter-of-factly about certain shit that don't make no sense. But God damn it, we got a whole fucking culture out here that even the music has been just it's the shadow of his former self.
Yeah, he's not tapped into it. It's like he's stuck in a time warp. And we know the brother's not stupid. And that's what irks the shit out of me about him is that he choose to put on that you know, the work the chitlin circuit. He choose to shuck and buck.
We all do things that we can't fucking stand for a fucking paycheck.
Facts.
And it just happens to be that his bullshit fits that algorithm to get black people either to tune in or to program us to do some dumb shit. Like, Coco the monkey can string together a decent conversation in sign language, only but for so long. It's time to just tune this nigga out.
That's it.
He's done his part.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
He didn't shot himself and everything. So
yeah.
Well, any personality that's like that and that's that volatile is not gonna make it, especially in today's world of censoring. I mean, let's just call it what it is. He entertains and reaffirms a certain group of people with
and
his
that's
shit.
that's what pisses me the fuck off.
But at the same time, though, when is the whole going to motherfuckers ain't got this much shit to talk about these motherfuckers this mass running up in these stores.
Right.
Motherfuckers ain't got, a man is talking gets more ridicule than a woman that's upset with her boyfriend and goes about 130 something miles an hour and kills a family of 4. 5 if you want to include the child that was in her belly.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that the anger need to be spread evenly because the man makes fucking valid points. You know what I'm saying? That same thing that he speaks against also took out a brother, and I get it. The brother was involved in it, and I'm speaking about Nipsey Hussle, but that shit took out. It was another that was, in that life that took him out, a man that was trying to give back to his community and help. So, I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying all them cats are bad guys, but at what point? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like I said, you keep circling back to at what point do we not call that shit out? I don't mind people calling it out, but don't contradict and step on your point.
Right on.
And that's what he does on a consistent basis. It's like, dude, you can't be talking about we got to protect this person, that person. The next, my bitch was here, and then he got this bitch, and you know what I mean. Right. You can't have it both ways, man. Pick a lane.
I got you.
That's all.
I just wanted to take a deep dive into the Charleston White thing because over the length of time that we've been doing the show, we went from laughing at him, agreeing with him to everybody now detesting him. And me, I just kind of look at him like I take most of the shit he say with a grain of salt. Yeah, the points that he make, I'm like, okay, I got him. You know what I mean?
And the only, like I said, I don't give a shit who he could talk about all the celebrities, the gangs and all that stuff. But to me, that turned me off was when he talked about his own seed. Right. That was it. That was my only thing. Like, dude, it's all fun and games until it's in the house.
Right on.
That's all.
We'll get that nigga off the screen here.
Put some pressure on him, man. Put some pressure on him.
Yeah. What we got next?
Oh, you know what we got next, motherfucker. No, I'm playing.
Hurry up, T.O. That's that motherfucking new name down there. New name, T.O., motherfucker.
That's it.
Oh, this motherfucker right. Let me tell you something.
So
go for it, dog.
Hold on. For Mississippi officials give millions in welfare money to rich folks, but ignored looming Jackson water crisis, and they funneled $5 million to Brett Favre. So go ahead and get your point. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, dog.
It was one point in time when you couldn't tell me this motherfucker wasn't just the greatest goddamn quarterback. I used to be a hardcore Packer fan, had the motherfucker's jersey and his shoes.
Did not know this, but continue. Go ahead, dog.
Yes, I used to love the Packers.
Gotcha.
And he's had his troubles over the years. He had addiction to painkillers. I think he kicked it at one point.
Yes.
But to hear that he took money from the poor white citizens of Mississippi, and because that's where the shit came from. And
he didn't kick that habit.
right.
Yeah.
He built a tennis court, and then he pocketed volleyball
because his daughter was playing.
Then he pocketed $5 million. It brings me to this meme. I think I may have sent it to Mr. Ray and Tank. Brings me to this meme where they had him, they had Tom Brady, and they had Michael Vick. And they said that Tom Brady was forgiven for like $100 million in PPP loans when he had already had a $350 million contract. This motherfucker did what he did, but Mike Vick went to jail because prison. Excuse me, you're right. Prison because motherfuckers was fighting dogs on his premises. He wasn't fighting the fucking dogs. They were fighting dogs on his premises.
One of his houses.
One of his houses. So again, when we talk about spreading things evenly, At what point does this shit touch them people? Because we know ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Nah, he's still, he's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
He still get he still get the gigs. He still get the invites to all the, all the parties and all the celebrations of football. Right. Still, after all this hit the fan. But I brought this up because Tank, if I'm not mistaken, you got folks with your people down in Mississippi
with the waterfront
property in Mississippi. Yeah.
That's why I put this up there.
Family down there in Jackson.
That's why I put this up there, because of the water. It's not necessarily about him. Have y'all seen what's been going on down there with the water?
I just heard.
Yeah.
It's been 7 weeks that they haven't had clean water. I mean, the lady turned on her faucet and nothing but damn near shit came out.
God damn.
All over
the dude was like, I tried to put some in the bowl for my dog. The dog smelled it and went to the next room.
But Flint ain't forgot. They ain't fixed Flint shit.
I'm just saying, I understand that. We just talk about.
I got you.
There's no Brett Favre in Flint. Yeah, I understand. This is what they do. And then the governor just came out and was saying this is a great day in Mississippi, but not those down in Jackson.
Right.
He actually said that during a conference.
He said, yeah, I heard about that.
Come on, man. I mean, damn. Not only is they down bad, the higher ups know this, and they still, pouring salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
And there's no end in sight. The shit is gonna get fixed in stages, but there's no.
Is it?
Hold on. You got to understand that none of the water in the United States is safe to drink. Okay, that's number one.
Okay.
Number two is it got to a fucking point where they couldn't lie to the people that it was.
Yeah, because you could see it.
Yeah.
Now you can see it.
Yeah.
Now they was like,
every state in the United States has an EPA with a list of acceptable limits of shit like DDT, neurotoxins, heavy metals, like forever chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
Carcinogens. I mean, the list goes on, but they have an acceptable limit of shit that you can't get rid of. Okay, so you need to understand.
Wait a minute.
The reason why
hold on. Let me ask you a question. Isn't it like something like 80 something? They're responsible for cleaning something like 80 or something shit, 80 something percent of the shit out the water.
What's that?
At these water treatment plants.
I mean, they do get a lot of shit out of the water, yeah, but there's some shit you can't get out of the water.
No, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead. I want to hear what you say because I'm gonna bring something else up.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's shit that you can't get out of the water, and it's a lot worse if you live by a military base. None of the water in the United States is safe to drink.
Why is it worse if you live by a military base?
Because the military is allowed to run their own EPA on base, and they do a lot of, their own internal investigations.
Let me say
and
this.
If there is no problem, then there is no problem.
Let me say this. I don't
Message.
know. Go ahead. I don't know how it was in El Centro. I know at Lewis, and I'm not saying this is indicative of the whole water system. I'm saying like this. If you were in that motor pool and a drop of windshield wiper fluid hit the ground or a drop of oil, motherfuckers was coming from all directions with dry sweep because they were very conscious about that shit getting into the water system. When we would come out the field and we would go to the wash racks, pretty much just like a car wash, you had no soap. None of these vehicles are washed with soap. You just spraying water as hard as you can, kicking up the pressure and brushing it. So I'm saying I'm not discrediting what you're saying, but I'm saying these generals who run these posts, they do put out fucking memorandums as far as trying to keep the water supply safe, because it's not even about living by the fucking base. You got families all on the military base. You do PT in the morning, you run it through a housing area. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
okay. Again, that doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll take that. Go ahead.
Okay, so Number one, to fight any industrial fire on a military base, they use a chemical called AFFF foam. And that foam is a forever chemical, and one drop can pollute millions of gallons of water forever. Okay. Accidental discharges just from airplane hangars. You know how somebody can set off the fire alarm? That shit happens in aircraft hangars, and they fill it to the fucking brim with this foam, even on accidents. There's no way to stop it. Millions of gallons of this shit gets washed out. And also, they didn't know it was a problem until about 4 or 5 years ago, and they've been using this shit since the 70s. That's on top of
DuPont, nigga.
Well, I mean, DuPont is the biggest.
They fucked this shit up a long time ago.
DuPont is the biggest.
Right out the back door.
We all got forever chemicals in our system. It's just the levels, but go ahead.
To a point where you cannot get rid of them. Right. But do you guys remember our first, war in Iraq?
Yes.
How we went in for weapons of mass destruction or chemical weapons, and we knew because we had the receipt where there was a U.S. company that sold dual-purpose pesticides. Okay, and those dual-purpose pesticides, you can water it down and you can kill bugs, or you can keep it the same strength and kill people. Okay,
you talking about that DEET?
Shit?
You talking about DEET?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Or similar chemicals. But pretty much like anytime you hear nerve agent, that is the same shit that is in insecticide. It is insecticide.
Because
nerve agent is for people.
When we get back, they do a whole bunch of shit. They actually ask, hey, were you exposed to DEET? I'm like, yeah. Like you drop this shit in a little bag and you put your shit in there and you roll it up real quick before the fumes get out, and you gotta let it sit there. And that's what keeps the sand fleas and shit off you. Yeah, but go ahead.
No, but that type of shit leads to degenerative neural diseases, So
it's not even that. This one cat, it's that, but this one dude, man, I was doing K on his cat house, and he showed me this fucking filtration system that he had bought for like $8,000. And he was talking about that, how toilet paper breaks down and there's shit in the water. Like you can't get all of that shit out of the fucking water. You know what I'm saying? And this was what this filter was for. But go ahead.
Plus fish pee in it.
Yeah. And shit. Go ahead.
And again, like I said, man, I brought it up because of the waters. It wasn't necessarily about Brett. He was just the poster on this, to bring the contrast.
Jackson's water's probably fucked up for a long time.
Yeah, and it was about Jackson.
Just like every other American U.S. city.
Black city.
It doesn't have to be a black city. It doesn't have to be a black city. Okay. Like it's in the water supply. We're fucked. We are fucked.
Well, let me say this. It is kind of about Brett Favre because, like you said, he's the poster boy for the fact that you just see rich people taking advantage of poor people. This is just another example of it, man. Like, I might get what you're saying, but the fact that, like you said, that water is there. The water is like is sludge and all kind of shit coming out.
Yeah.
But he pocketed $5 million. I think the mayor pocketed something like $77 million.
Yeah.
He siphoned $77 million out over a period of time
out of the welfare
fund.
The welfare fund, not no other discretionary fund. The welfare fund.
But they don't take
welfare.
But isn't that mayor Republican? They don't want a welfare system any fucking way. So they don't see nothing wrong with taking that shit.
Yeah, but they do because they want to rob the bank. Yeah, they talk about it, but yet they want it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not a public welfare system for people that actually need it. It's a corporate welfare system that they're in favor of.
Yeah.
So if you can keep the hourly wage of McDonald's at $7.25, then those people need welfare. All right. So now you're padding the pockets of McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah. As a taxpayer, you're funding the working poor. It's fucking bullshit.
That's why when a corporation like McDonald's, remember it used to be 2 for $2, and then all of a sudden it's 2 for $2.25, 2 for $2.50. They don't pay the taxes. The taxes is on us. That 25, that 50 cent, all that shit adds up. You know.
Yes,
it's the hustle, and that's why it drives me crazy. Nobody is hip to it. Like, dude, they're on welfare too. I mean, they're on welfare with steroids.
Well, these motherfuckers don't take L's, man. It's kind of like Sprint when they were doing their thing. Somebody told me one time that they don't take a loss when people don't pay the bills. What they do is they just spread that shit out. They got all these fucking customers. So when you looking like, man, my bill is usually like $25. Why the fuck is it $25.25?
Exactly.
That little 25, yeah.
You paying for Ray and them,
you know?
Yeah, you paying for the motherfuckers who canceled that that
Obamacare
contract
shit. Yeah, it's that Obamacare shit. And listen, all right, listen, we've been through this, so I'm not trying to rehash because I don't agree with no motherfucking flipping burger making a certain amount. But at the same time, that's what it is. I don't, Cuddy. We've been through this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you.
What I will say to you gentlemen's point is this. That's what this shit is about, man. Making sure you ain't paying a motherfucker and overcharging everybody else so you can bring in record profits. Why do you want to bring in record profits? So that the CEOs and all the VPs who really don't do a motherfucking thing but come up with these fucked up policies can get these ungodly fucking bonuses at the end of the quarter.
Well, they're all tied to stocks.
Right. That's why when they got that bailout, them fucking banks. What was it? I forget what the name of that bank was. I think it's defunct now. But these motherfuckers, they took like all that money and just started giving each other fucking bonuses of like $100 million, and they was all up in the spine shit with Diddy in the video. It's just like, come on, man. It's like
that's I mean,
it's that too big to fail dumb shit.
Yes,
it happens so often in the United States that we are not surprised by our politicians anymore.
No.
Think about this. I mean, like, this is a huge fucking scandal, but it's just another Tuesday.
Yeah, you just don't hear about it. And like I said, he's the face of this.
Yeah.
But I'm more concerned about the folks down in Jackson.
There you go.
7 weeks.
Oh, nobody's going to give a fuck. The majority black. Nobody's gonna give a
Nobody
fuck.
Gonna care.
It's gonna be Flint all over again.
Right.
I got you.
And ain't they still struggling in Flint?
Yeah, I mean, think about it, man. Nobody can sell their houses.
Right.
Who's gonna buy a house? It's Flint, first of all. Yeah. Second of all, the pipes are fucked up. The dude was like, I want to leave, but I can't. Where the fuck am I go? I can't sell my house. And nobody wants to buy it.
Years later, when all that shit become a ghost town, somebody gonna come in there and drop a pill in the water, clean all that shit up.
Elon gonna set up a Tesla factory up there, and everything's gonna be right because he's gonna drop $1 trillion to get all the pipes. It ain't gonna be pipes. It's gonna be some shit that you check on your phone. Right, it's gonna be some new shit.
And he paid. Hold on. He paid $3.75 for the land by the time he bought it. Go ahead.
Facts.
It's Michigan. If you're not collecting rainwater by now, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Hey, listen though.
Facts. Because the weather is moody. The weather is moody.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, I get you not having clean water and bitching about it for the first couple of weeks, but nigga, if you gonna stay there, start collecting rainwater. It's not that fucking hard. Get a trash can.
Yeah.
You'll collect that shit. Hey, 55 gallons goes a long goddamn way to wash your ass.
It's not expensive for the filter system, right? The filter system don't even.
You can get a reverse osmosis pressurized system from like Home Depot for $200.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So like it's
nobody's like thinking that way.
But the wasn't worth keeping to begin with.
Yeah, facts. But the thing that also is the other nail in the coffin is these folks are still paying the water bill.
Yeah, come on,
that is like nobody's gonna pay that water bill. What are they gonna do? Cut their shit off?
Right.
I'm just saying,
but they
for those who are still paying for whatever the fuck service they getting right now, people are still on the hook for a fucking water bill. Not saying that they're paying tank. I'm just saying that they're on the hook.
If you're a U.S. citizen, you're getting fleeced. Period. Point blank.
Obama drank that goddamn water when he was president.
You a motherfucking liar.
Think about that.
That shit was
did
Perrier.
He did
That shit was Perrier.
It never dropped glass.
Their water didn't have bubbles. His water had bubbles.
It's time to fucking bounce.
Did you see that video? He never drank it. He did this shit.
Yeah.
They said, sir, the cap's still on. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, man. First of all, you just ain't gonna leave your house. You think you will like to have some type of equity. You're not gonna take an L.
In Flint, nobody's talking about the equity in Flint. Nobody's talking about equity. Just like we didn't hear the words equity in Youngstown. Okay? Nobody's talking about the fucking equity in Flint.
Everybody in Youngstown.
Equity in Youngstown.
I got $15,000 on my $20,000 house.
Right. You go from a house to your car.
Yeah.
And try to start over. Most folks like, man, I take my chances in this fucked up house. I got 4 walls and a roof.
Right.
And a trash.
That's much more than my damn car. Even though I got more leather in my car than my house. But okay.
Everybody in Youngstown upside down like a motherfucker. Michigan too.
Yeah. Since like 82.
Facts. What was that, Black Monday? Yeah, when the steel mill shut down.
We're gonna have equity in Youngstown when half of that shit burned to the ground anyway. Ain't we still the arson capital of the fucking world?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Youngstown what's that town in PA that's still on fire? It's been on fire. It's been on
that
fire
underground.
For like 40 years.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 people living there still, but it's like all kind of toxic fumes and shit in the air. And the thing is, when them, but the thing is, if they should die or leave, they can't even resell the fucking houses.
See,
because it's one of them fucking coal mines. It's a fire that just never went out.
Hey man, Centralia, Pennsylvania. Centralia, Pennsylvania. Yeah,
we're fucked. Next,
Hey, the government's not coming to save you because they keep giving money to Brett Favre.
Shit.
Facts.
You motherfucking
it's a damn shame.
And he gonna give you an autographed ball.
Autographed fucking prescription bottle.
Stop, man. Here we go, man. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, somebody
check this one out.
I didn't get to, man.
Okay,
I read the other one. What's up?
Dad forces son to work at their family business and has son miss his first baby being born. Dad wouldn't let him go. Like, pretty much, you go ahead and see that baby, you might as well go in there and make sure you got another place to work because you won't be coming back here.
So what's the story behind it? Because we know the story.
The son was like, am I the asshole? Because he stayed at work.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Dude, think about it, man. You work for your pops. You got a newborn coming. Man, you can't be unemployed, man. What you gonna do, man? That baby got bills.
This is what I was about to say. First of all, the baby got bills, but then if you leave the empire, your dad probably gonna leave you the empire. So you don't want to piss him off. There's a lot that goes into it.
That part.
He ain't leaving it to his grandson. He don't give a fuck about that little cat.
He don't give 2 fucks.
Right. But see, I don't know, man, because it's tough. I couldn't miss my kid being born because you got to, because that's gonna be one hell of a story you got to tell when he said, "Man, why wasn't you there, man?" Well, your granddad.
That part.
Nah, pussy, why don't you just leave?
What kind of grandfather would tell you, nah, you can't go see your firstborn because you got to be here?
Hold on,
it's a restaurant.
It's an age thing. It's an age thing.
Yeah.
It's an age thing because that's like a new, like our generation type of thing and our parents' generation type of thing. But other than that, like them motherfuckers that was working in factories, building tanks in World War II, like you ain't delivering a baby. Keep your ass here.
That part.
We got rivets to heat up.
Right.
You know, it's right. That's it. Like I remember when I first started working at about 18, 19. I remember a dude who was in this situation, and the older cast on the job was like, "What the fuck you gonna do? Keep your bitch ass here at work." What, you gonna breastfeed them? You know, like they gave this motherfucker shit all day long. You know, but it's a generational thing. You know, these was the old heads. These was a 60-year-old motherfuckers. And that's the way they got down. You know, it's that 70s generation, that 80s generation that had to be there, you know, and take photos with this fucking, you know, little mongrel. Like it's that's a new thing, bro.
I'm glad you
that's
brought
a new
that
thing,
up,
bro.
Man,
and it's gonna be even worse now that all these kids got fucking 2 moms.
Oh man,
2 dads.
You know, like, yeah, that's crazy. I feel what Tank's saying about the generational thing, because the old heads are like, motherfucker, man.
I get it.
The kid can't eat no photos. You better take your ass to work. You know, but I thought this was going to have a twist and be like, I thought it was about the dad telling us, you know, is the dad the asshole for not letting his son go to his, you know, the birth of his firstborn. But nah, it was the son.
This joint can go both ways. This could go both ways, because you guys made a hell of a point. Like, you got a brand new kid.
Yeah.
And you're going to need, it's going to take time to get a job. I'm not saying he can't get a gig.
Definitely.
It's going to take time to get a job. In the meantime, that kid going to need all kind of shit.
Everything. And your wife ain't going to, she going to go back to work.
Dad probably told him he was going to give him a bad reference.
Yeah, I mean,
I dare you try to collect unemployment. I dare you. Deny.
I feel like I don't know, man. I think the dad is,
what's up, man?
I think the dad is the main asshole in the situation.
But it's the son. That is focused on the son.
No, okay. I don't know, man. It's I'm gonna say this. We don't know what's going on. Maybe the son is reckless and irresponsible, and his dad is trying to teach him a lesson. Like Tank said, them old school men had a certain type of work ethic that they tried to instill in their kids, man. And somewhere along the line, man, there's a lot of motherfuckers that lost that. We got a lot of lazy, shiftless people. You know, I ain't gonna work here, I ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But I beg you for the shoe soles off your goddamn sneakers.
Well, you had old painless. It's part of the name, man. You got the old in the name.
Yeah, man. I can't call him an asshole. I really can't call him an asshole, because
there it is.
You can't call him an asshole?
Nah. You want to know what I'm saying?
Mark this episode.
You know the only reason why men show up to the motherfucking delivery room is because bitches back in the day was complaining that you wasn't there for your kid being born. You know, like
I don't think that, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Tay.
I don't listen. I don't think it's a man on this planet that wouldn't want to see his child born, especially if it's the first child.
Man, but I'll be there. But I don't want to be
with
like
a firehouse
in the room.
full of them motherfuckers. I worked with a firehouse full of fucking real men that didn't give a fuck about their kids being born. And like, man, you better stay here. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, you can't get any manlier than fucking Youngstown firemen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's real hardcore motherfuckers, man. That,
Aub cannot
keep your ass at work. There was some time back in the 60s and the 70s where the chicks was like, I'm gonna stop fucking you if you don't show up when this baby's born.
I hear what you're saying. I get you. At the same time, it don't make no motherfucking no less of a man because he want to see his child born.
Here you are. You on that sissy shit.
No, I'm joking. I'll take that.
I'm joking. No, my kid being born, man. I was there for both my kids being born.
I'll take that. But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. I still can't call him an asshole for not going, because you guys made good points, man. You having a brand new fucking baby. The last thing you want to be doing is searching for a new job, and that motherfucking baby ain't even made it home yet.
Facts.
You got to put your part. A lot of times you got to put your pride to the side And when she get off on it, you got to make her understand, like, hey, this is what it is, man.
And I guess her family was on his head, like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm thinking, y'all motherfuckers don't pay our bills.
There you go.
This is
you
what I'm
motherfuckers
doing.
gonna give me a job,
right?
I
I'm
got
working for my dad,
right.
not her dad.
And let me
this
say,
dude pretty much told me, if I leave, don't ever come back.
Right, and it's the thing, man. You can get a job somewhere else and burn that fucking bridge.
Yeah.
But you got that inside leg when it's your dad. You don't want to fuck that up. And my thing is this. He had a responsibility to take care of that was being born. And he had to be where he had to be. I'm quite sure some of them old motherfuckers that was sitting up there eating lunch on one of them skyscrapers was having a baby at the time. But he was up there on that skyscraper at 9,000 feet or whatever the fuck.
I ain't climbing down to see that fucking kid. Might
not
not
that part. And also, I had to make my own lunch today because she didn't, her water broke. I had to make this bullshit ass peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'm sitting up here on this high rise with no harness on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
just a different time. And the dad was like, motherfucker, this restaurant ain't gonna stop because your old lady water broke.
And the dad was probably, look, man, the dad was probably again trying to teach him a lesson, man. Like, your place as a man is to be providing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so fuck what the family had to say. Like he said, they don't, they only got but so much of a fucking opinion. And
they'll get over it.
Yeah, that's for the woman to check. Yeah, y'all don't pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he ain't the asshole.
We got an Aubs, not the asshole on this one, man. I read this bitch twice. I was just like, man, this is gonna be a little one that got a twist in it.
Yeah, Mr. Right.
I think honestly, I think that his dad could have been putting him through a test in the same sense, you know what I'm saying? Because one, that's his son.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think that he would have fired him. He might have suspended him or been like, man, no, don't come back.
Right.
And then maybe a week later been like, all right.
Bring your ass back. Yeah.
Right. I think it was a test to see what he was going to do under pressure or how his mind worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
And the fact that, okay, he chose to stay at work means, all right, you know what? You good at handling an actual situation like this and thinking ahead and providing for your family. Forget what everybody else is saying. You see the actual picture here, because just like everybody else is saying, this baby got bills. This baby gonna need diapers. He gonna need formula.
Right.
He gonna need all this. And again, she on maternity leave. You don't know what all that entails and how long she gonna be off for.
Right.
So, and her family could be on his head like, well, why ain't you come? Man, listen, I could ask y'all to pay these bills and stuff, and y'all gonna say, okay, cool. But how long is that gonna last before y'all say, hey, man, you need to get a job? Well, when I had the choice before to work, y'all was like, hey, you better get over here and watch this baby. Was that the right decision now? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think he was the asshole in this.
Right.
Thank you for that scenario, because that was cool. Like you said, I think the dad might have been like, you know what? Now I know he'll ride for this fucking family in this business. Right. Now I know I can sit back and be like, you know what? He would do whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. So here's the thing. I finally pulled this thing up and decided to read this shit.
Go ahead, man.
Speculating like a motherfucker. All right, so check it out. This motherfucker was the head chef at a family-owned restaurant that's been run by his family for generations. So he's the head chef on a really busy day, and his wife goes into labor, and his dad's like, "Hey, man, you can't leave. Everything will stop. This is the family business. There's a lot on the line here." So, I don't know. Maybe that changes the dynamic a little bit.
Like I said, the dad could be like, I could fall back. Maybe I could retire early and give my son, pass the baton to my son. Now I know he'll ride for the company / family.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, long as, what I'm saying, chase money, don't chase the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what my man was doing. Was like, look, I know what I got to do, and like you were saying how, like Corey was saying, her family may take on some of the responsibilities, but for how long? You know what I'm saying?
I know Tank was right when he said it was a different type of man back then. Like, I know a guy ain't gonna say who he is, but he got married, lost his job, and the same fucking like the day before, and then got another job and quit because he sprained his motherfucking ankle. And all I could think was like, damn, I remember working, limping like a motherfucker, hurting, but I did my job. In the military, they might say you can't do PT, but you gonna come and do this motherfucking work.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Maybe his dad, but he definitely ain't the asshole, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the asshole, man. I'm shocked I'm saying it, but yeah, man.
Marcus with old painless was like, hey,
the thing is, too, shoot, he can have more kids.
I'm telling you, man, that baby might not even be his.
Wow. Here we go. Here we go with the other spin. Here we go with the spin.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't leave for the birth of your first child. What makes you think he can leave to fornicate?
And on top of that, he can find him a new bitch.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We just spent off into a whole nother round. That's fine, though, man. I'm glad that my guys actually looked at this one from so many different perspectives, from the son, the dad, and all the other outside influences and all the other bullshit that come with it. But yeah, man, baby got bills.
Baby got bills.
Somebody got to pay for that. So
yeah, man, it's shit they gonna need, man. And ooh, that's rough. I feel. I don't feel bad, but I'm like, damn.
Dad said, man, where you going? Like, hey, man, your granddaughter about to be born. What they got to do with that chicken parm that got to go out?
Hey, man.
Customers got to eat.
Right. Your uncle was born in this restaurant. Keep fucking cooking. Think how long ago that was. I mean, it was just, I mean, my grandparents moved up from the South to work in factories. You know what I mean? Before that, niggas was getting born in houses. You know what I mean?
Right. So, this hospital shit is some new shit.
Yeah.
Well, especially for the brothers, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers that was born in a room in a shack that 7 motherfuckers slept in.
Yeah. Born in the passenger side of the Chevette.
Come on, man.
Depending on how old his dad is, he might have been one of the motherfuckers that was still born in the fucking barn type of thing. You know what I mean?
What he probably told his son that. Like, now I was born in the fucking outhouse. You better eat.
Yeah, what that got to do with table 2?
Go make that
your ass on out there, man.
Yeah.
You the head chef. I didn't give you this position. It comes with responsibilities. And one is not running to the hospital.
Crying, this motherfucker told him, was like, I never had a dad. You'll be fine.
He was crying, boiling rotini.
Man, that had to be a rough day at work, man.
Yeah, man.
Rough fucking day. You the head chef?
Yeah.
Trying not to fuck up the meals, and you thinking like, man, I hope my kid come out safe. I hope my wife come out safe. And I'm sitting here, like you said, man, tossing this fucking tortellini.
It'd have been a dick hair in everybody's food.
Wow. Man, that's the family restaurant, man.
Damn.
They know it's yours. You the head chef, and you the only redhead.
You're gonna have to tell this story to your kids.
Ginger seasoning.
It's the only ginger.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, shit. Hey, what you gonna do, man?
You gonna work.
That's what you gonna do,
gentlemen.
Wine of the week in the grass.
Santiago Station, a nice little cab.
There we go.
That's Santiago, Chile.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you see that shit? God damn.
It's from where? Compton?
I'm like, man, how the fuck?
Finest wine out of Compton.
Yeah. My nigga
hey,
Roscoe.
Man, it's been real. We got to clip that one, and especially the Sweetie Pies one. That shit.
Oh, my God.
The roast of Sweetie Pie.
Man, the roast. Call it built like a single mom. That's Aubs' statement. Sweet pies built like a single mom. Tim
Right.
arrested or convicted of fucking murder.
Transgender man, sweetie pie.
Transgender wannabe.
Oh my god.
Oh, he a wannabe? Damn, he a wannabe. Oh man, that motherfucker look bad, man.
They're not gonna keep this up. I hope y'all watching this live. Thank you, all the subs,
We
all
ain't
the
say
new
nothing negative.
subs, all that, because they're not gonna keep this up. Y'all done
I
acting
don't
a
give
whole
a fuck.
fool.
I don't
tonight.
give a fuck.
Yeah,
I
we did.
Whole
will.
fool.
I
didn't
will
say this
appeal their decision and make a human watch this fucking episode.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
That nigga's gonna laugh with us too.
Right. They got me. This how he gonna be. They got me. They got me.
Shoot.
Your ass motherfucking big.
That motherfucker putting our shit in the trash can like, not today, boo boo.
See, I'm done. Man. I'm done.
Stupid.
Good night. Love y'all, man.
Talk about me.
Oh my goodness.
Mystery. T.O. I'm out. Peace.
Peace.
See y'all, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Let me play this music.
For the two of us. Hey, we roasted the shit. That boy bad built, man.
His butt cheeks gonna look like gorilla lips.
Gonna look like what?
Gonna look like blunt lips. The fuck, man? There's something wrong with you, bro.
Hey, what you gonna do, man? I love you, Cuddy. Till next week. I'll call you later.
Hey, when we get the Mercs with Mike's in?
Shit, what's up with this weekend? We could do Friday. Or we could do Friday. We could do one of these days early in the morning.
Yeah, cool. Let me know.
Let's see what's up with Corey. See when he work. All right, Cuddy. I'm gonna rap with you, man.
Yes, sir. One love, 5 boroughs.
Brooklyn, stand up. Peace.
Peace.